Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Thank you again for joining us here at CCSC. Welcome back to our new Washington, D.C. build, and welcome back to our Let's Play series. We've got one thing to discuss in today's episode, and that is subways. We have installed subways all around the city, and let's go ahead and get the episode started with our newest little area down here, Empire District. Empire District has one of these subway stations. It is part of the stations creator content pack. This is just a sunken island station, and you can see down into the train tracks. I thought it would look cool in this little area with this little park here. We also added a park across the street and some commercial all around. And as you can see, the commercial specialization is for tourism. So this will be hotels and kind of the same stuff that we have up here for Meadow Park. So it'll be a lot of high-rise buildings. I'm hoping that it's not too daunting on the area, but I think that'll look cool whenever you're coming in on a boat to see a lot of little high-rises right here. I think that'll look good. We've also got a big park down here. I think the area looks nice. We will expand eventually, but for right now, let's go ahead and talk about our subway system. As you can see, this little district here is the end of the line pretty much. This is our train station for our cargo. This is the end of the line. However, this line shoots straight up. It goes nowhere here. It will eventually probably have a train station here, a subway station here. But it shoots all the way up to our hub. This is our hub for our separate subway station, and this is also part of the same creator content pack. This is the Metro Plaza station. As you can see, looking down on it, you guys probably already know all about this stuff, but nonetheless, it has both subway and train, and unfortunately we are not using the train. Let's go back here. But you can see we've got kind of a spider grid coming off of it. Now this line runs up to here, and it first stops at Spruce Square, and this is also part of the same creator content pack. It is a double line so that you don't have to stop and wait for a train that's there. You can just bypass it. It's a bypass train station, subway station, sorry, metro station. Now, we've also added one up here next to the train station in Cherry Square, and as you can see, we've done a little bit of beautification. I added the zoo fence, I believe this is what this is, on the backside next to the train track so that no one can get really close. Also, a little metal train fence around the whole metro station, just a rock and a few trees, and it makes it look a little bit better. Into the environment. I think it'll also cut down on the noise. There's a lot of noise. This is just the classic metro station. This is part of the original gameplay, so everyone has this. The original gameplay also has this train station here and this train station here. And actually, these might have even been expansions as well. Subway stations. I keep saying train. My apologies. Metro stations. These might have been as well. I think they were actually. But nonetheless, I think they were part of an expansion. Nonetheless, we didn't use any of those, and we'll go ahead and delete those. As you can see, we spent, what, $1.5 million, something like that. We added a bunch of metro stations, all around the city. As you can see, that little line's not being used. But we don't have everything completed. Let's try and get a back view, and I don't know if it's going to make sense, but we've got a huge circle up here. So, we've got a huge circle around here. This goes all the way around Cherry Square. It stops here at the stadium, comes over here, and stops here at the hospital. It also curves back around, and it can go down to the airport. We have a couple lines coming off of the airport, and it can curve around this way and go to this sunken train station, metro station as well. Now, let's go ahead and go into our lines. So we've got the blue line that runs straight from Empire District all the way up to our hub. We've got the orange line. The orange line just jets, for right now, just jets from this area of Hickory Heights to the hub, back up to this one, which is also located next to a train station. Again, all of these little ones, I just threw some trees around, maybe a fence, just to make it look a little bit more into the environment. This one over here I didn't do anything with because it's part of the expansions. Let's see, we covered this one. We also, up here by, so this one we did quite a bit of work. This is next to the stadium, so I wanted a good good metro line coming out of here. I also did some underground tunnels. So these walkways coming from the hospital can get you across over to the stadium, or it can get you underground all the way over to this office district over here. So you no longer have to risk your life by walking across the highway at the roundabout, or walking all the way down here, which is what the Sims were doing. So now there's a little tunnel underneath the roundabout. Now, we did a little bit of decorating. We did a couple walking paths, and we added a bunch of the leafy trees. Leafy tree 1, is that what it's called, I believe? Tree with leaves, sorry, tree with leaves, because the tree with leaves matches a lot of the streets that we were building around. And you can see we even did a little bit of work over here. Just threw a few trees around, makes it look kind of more a part of the area. Lilac District, unfortunately, I didn't think was big enough to deserve a subway station. However, Victoria Squares did. And again, just a little fence, a rock, a couple trees, something to make it kind of look nice. It's right next to the clinic. Doesn't look too bad. Victoria Square has a stop, and up here by this hospital, we didn't do too much, just a couple trees and a little bit of a fence. That's it. Now, going to our lines. We've got the pink line. Pink line runs down to here and to the airport. Pink line runs all the way to the airport, yeah. And we are going to go ahead and get into the episode and hit play. We're going to bump this up to 3 times speed, and we're going to go ahead and let this play out. Make sure we have no problems with our lines. We can go ahead and watch the trains start coming in once they start coming in. And we can adjust the budget if needed. If we have some trains start getting backed up, we can adjust the budget. And I keep saying trains. I'm talking about subways. I'm talking about metro stations. However, here we go. We've got the blue line coming down here. Now, I'm sure there is no one on this. And can I even go underground on this? You know, you can't go underground. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to check that out. However, you can see service last week 0, and we should have a train coming in very soon. And there we go. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. However, there's a train down here, and there's another one. And these trains will just, these metro lines, these subway stations, will just back right out and head back up to where they're going. We can go back over here and take a look at them. And there they are. And that line is just going to run all day long. It's just a long line to get people from the cruise ports up to the hub. And then once they're at the hub, they can either take the green line, the orange line, the darker green line, whatever line they want to take. Get all around the city, and this should help our traffic immensely. It probably will take, I don't know, 2 or 3 months to start to help the traffic. However, this should help immensely. You can see that's a train, and this is a metro line. And you can see all of the people underneath ground at the metro line. All of those shadows are people waiting for metro lines, coming in and off the subway, and cruising around town. So we can't look at the actual train station, but we can look at the autosave. We can look at this service last week 3. In a couple weeks, that should bump up. And normally, I would say with subway lines, you're looking at a couple hundred every turn. Every week, which is fantastic. It cuts down a lot of traffic. So, in the meantime, we are going to start with this process. Now, this is not a permanent place for these. I don't want to keep all these over here. However, we're going to move all of the recycling centers and incineration plants from where they are to over here. Alright, now that we've got everything moved, we can go ahead and relocate the firehouse somewhere down here. However, we're going to change all of this very soon. That is another firehouse. Nice. So we had 2 firehouses? Yeah. Okay, anyway, that can stay there. All we did there was try and move that out so that we can get all of this pollution out of here. Once this pollution's out of here, we're going to revamp our entire Elizabeth Farm area and redo all of this highway ramp. However, I want to go ahead and start with that. And this is just a temporary setup. They are not going to stay here, however, until we unlock this tile back here, our last tile, our 9th tile on the map. They're going to stay where they are. Once we unlock that tile, then we'll move them and figure out their permanent home. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Ivy Mining. We have level 1 still. We have enough workers. We're just waiting on produced resources. So that is just a matter of time. And then we can unlock another factory down here. Now these are clothing factory. It doesn't have animal products and it doesn't have plastics. So I believe it doesn't have sorry, it has crops, but it doesn't have glass. So I believe those have to be produced on site. So I believe all of this work down here is actually pointless. I don't think that you can import plastics or glass. Sorry, no, plastics you can, right? No. 0% full. So I think this whole area actually down here is pointless. I think in the next series, I'm going to do a very quick series on the Industries DLC, and we're going to focus on all of that a lot closer. But I don't think that whole area down there is going to jive. It is just for, it's just for appearances, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and run down the street. And that should take care of that. It'll be just for appearances down here. These warehouses and things won't work. So we will have to get some factories that will work with our farming up here. We just need some animal products. And that's why I want to clear all of this out. Get all this pollution out of here. Then we can add animal farming using our Industries DLC. And we can start putting down the slaughterhouse and all the other aspects of that. The large animal pasture. Which is not that. Oh, large requires the next level. Nonetheless, we will get into that in the next episode. All of our subways should be operating just fine. Let's go ahead and take a look down here. How many people? Oh, wow. Wow. Look at that. That is a beautiful sight. That is really cool to see. I downloaded this quite a while ago, but I didn't go ahead and upgrade stuff in my city to see what it looked like. This is my first, viewing of this with it all full of people. This looks really cool. That is a lot of people getting around the city. Let's go ahead and take a look. 1,457 passengers serviced last week. That is 1,457 cars that were not on the street. Our traffic has already jumped up to 80% flow. I think we're at 76. Oh, that's amazing. All right, we have one over here too. 235. Our hub is obviously going to be the busiest. And because it is... So I tried to put this next to... Yeah, there's a bus stop on both sides of this. 223. So this is about average for the normal train metro stations. 300. And this services this entire little office district down here. We've got a couple more. We've got one over here. I wanted to service the 380. This is the agricultural local and organic produce. Just Highland Heights area is. So I kind of wanted to service that little area. I think we've got one more, don't we? Maybe not. Oh, this one, yeah. Let's see, 754. Yes, so those can service a lot more. Let me take a look over here. Where was this one? Right here. How many is this serviced? 986. Wow. What about this guy? 61. Huh. Yeah, 986. So that is definitely worth the $4.99 on the PlayStation Store. Wow. That services a lot more people. That's fantastic. I didn't realize how much more that would help. We may go and try and upgrade. The reason we didn't put these everywhere, obviously we're starting fresh, is because we have no space anywhere. We need to revamp a lot of stuff. Check the one on Victoria Square. We have no space anywhere. 250. So putting one of those over here would have knocked something out. I mean, this thing is giant. Right here. This thing is giant. Wow. They service a lot more people though, however. Let's see. How many you got? 100 out of 100? 17 leaving. 100 out of 100. That place is booming. 211 people serviced. Just the aesthetics, I think, is worth the $4.99. But being able to service that many more people, that's fantastic. So, a nice little district down here. We will expand this quite a bit. I plan on having most of this waterfront over here be this district, Empire District. However, this is just the start, and that relieved a lot of the commercial. And I think that looks fantastic. Coming into the city on a cruise ship, you look over here, you see industrial stuff, you see, you know, this and that. Over here, you've got rocks, a little bit of nature, a little bit of technology. Industry area has leveled up. Ivy mining leveled up to level 2. We can now implement the ore industry workers barracks. That is fantastic because that adds people living on site. Industrial steel plant, glass manufacturing plant. So that will render the warehouse down there useful. We will be able to make lemonade. Hooray! We will be able to make lemonade. Fantastic. Ore storage, small ore mine underground. We are going to bump this down to 1x speed and slow it down. We are not going to address this level 2 build in this episode. We will wait and build anticipation for the next episode. All I wanted to cover today was the subways that we have built, and we did a pretty darn good job. 1,294. As you can see here, a lot of people. A whole lot of people. It looks really steep, though. I'm not happy about that. Needs to be extended down a little bit more. However, a whole bunch of people. If whenever you made it go this steep, it looked like stairs, that would make sense. Or if there was an option for stairs, that would make more sense. But nonetheless, whole lot of people. What I wanted to point out, we added a couple pink trees. A few rocks, a few trees, a few rocks, a lot of moss. Just things to make it look a little bit better. And I thought that this would be really cool because... Let's go down here and take it from street view. Where did I end up here? Alright. That'll work. I thought that this would look really cool because if you're down here from the street, you can look beyond. You see the tower with the clock on it, and you can see all the people walking on the platforms. But you can see, especially you can see the big rocks, you can see the trees. It makes it more of like there's a little park down here as well. Not just a little plaza, but more of a little park, which is kind of cool. And it matches that tree over there, which is kind of cool. Whole bunch of people in our bustling little city. Take a dive down here. And join all these folks. Look at all of these people not driving their car. Look at all of these people. This is awesome. I love it. Again, part of a creator content pack. $4.99, absolutely worth it. We've got some noise complaints, but I don't think we can do anything there. Where is the subway? Yeah, it's down here. Not sure why they're complaining. So that is it for our subways. You can go ahead and look in your info views at your transit. Yes, transport. So citizens per week, tourist. You can see details. This is your public bus. Your public bus system is just down here. That is the public bus system. You can see the pink line and the peach line. You can go to, this is trolley bus, which we don't have any. This is the tram lines. We have 2 of those set up. We've got a tram line up here with the yellow line and the burgundy line. 528 and 53. The yellow line is not doing very good. Not exactly sure why, but apparently people want to go with the traffic. We may just cancel out the yellow line. However, we're going to worry about that in later episodes because I want to expand this tram down to here to feed Middle Hills. Nonetheless, metro lines, not trains, metros. You can see we have 6 lines set up. We've got a purple, a pink, two greens, an indigo, and kind of an orange color. You can see 438 on the orange line. That is one of our shortest lines. And our busiest line, the indigo line is not servicing really anyone. Where is the Indigo line? Indigo line. I do not remember what line that is. Nonetheless, the Indigo line is not servicing anyone. We could probably delete that line, but the blue line is what I wanted. Is that the Indigo line? That's the Indigo line, huh? 43 people. All right, that's not many people. I was hoping for a lot more. Apparently, they are probably all just shopping and staying in this little Empire district, because this has serviced 239. That's 186. I don't know. Nonetheless. Nonetheless. You can see how many people are serviced, kinda. We also need to set up quite a few other things. We've got taxis, we've got sightseeing buses, things like that will also expand our tourism and get more people over here. We've got a lot of work left to do in the series. I'd say at least 5 more episodes, not positive. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is always a pleasure. I love building, love these games. Thank you so much for watching me build. And please like, share, and subscribe. And as you know, we'll see you next time.